Iraq was not always a country of constant conflict. Before 1980, many cities in Iraq were rich with culture, like Baghdad. In 1979, Saddam Hussein was made the president of Iraq, and the country quickly became a place of strife, fear, and death. Hussein and his government were especially oppressive towards the Kurdish people, having thousands of them sentenced to death and tortured. President George Bush's administration was given information that suggested the Iraqi government under Saddam Hussein's rule had access and plans to build a nuclear weapon. The veracity of this information was disputed, but Bush went forward with the invasion, saying in a speech, "We cannot wait for the final proof, the smoking gun, that could come in the form of a mushroom cloud." The United States and the other countries that eventually supported the attack came to believe that Hussein was a threat and that his rule over Iraq needed to end. Although Saddam Hussein caused mass destruction and tragedy in Iraq prior to his death in 2006, there are some that say the United States was to blame for the war, citing the discrepancies between the CIA's findings regarding the relationship between Iraq leadership and terrorist Abu Musab al-Zarqawi and Colin Powell's speech at the United Nations. There was a document written by former Secretary of Defense Donald Rumsfeld that claimed that the information that the United States government had about the weapon of mass destruction programs came from analytic assumptions and judgment rather than hard evidence. The United Nations was opposed to the invasion of Iraq, but the American government still went forward with the attack. After the United States government invaded Iraq under false pretenses, at least 2 million Iraqis fled to Syria and Jordan. Along with those 2 million Iraqi refugees who left, there were also around 2.6 million who have remained inside the country's borders. There are a few reasons as to why people have fled Iraq in the past. Many refugees have been persecuted for their religious views, political opinions, and other beliefs. People who are non-Muslim face a great amount of discrimination, along with people who do not follow or practice certain parts of Islamic culture. In the past 2 years, the Trump administration has put an executive order that placed a hold on the refugee resettlement of Iraqis. Thousands of them have had their cases placed on hold, and the numbers of people being let into the United States are drastically decreasing. This refugee crisis is an ongoing problem, and with the current U.S. administration, a resolution is not in the foreseeable future.